Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Young cornerback set to miss the rest of training camp. The Dallas Cowboys cornerback room has been decimated by injuries throughout the offseason. Trayvon Diggs and Josh Butler opened training camp on the PUP list, while Shavon Revel Jr. is on the NFI list. The Cowboys cannot afford to have any more injuries to the position, especially with them going up against Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, Malik Nabers, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, to name a few, in 2025. Dallas Cowboys second-year cornerback went down with an injury on Sunday. Kalen Carson exited Sunday's practice with an apparent knee injury, resulting in him missing Monday's practice. The fifth-round pick from the 2024 NFL Draft has received most of the first-team reps during training camp due to the injuries to the cornerback position. Carson underwent an MRI to determine the severity of the injury. According to Todd Archer of ESPN, Kalen Carson suffered a hyperextended knee injury on Saturday. As Archer points out, he is expected to miss the next 4 to 6 weeks, potentially sidelining him for the rest of training camp. It's unclear if Carson will be ready for the start of the regular season. The Dallas Cowboys added a former 7th-round pick. The Cowboys have signed former Arizona Cardinals 7th-round pick from the 2022 NFL Draft, Christian Matthew, to a contract. After spending the first 1.5 seasons with the Cardinals and starting 3 of 18 games, he bounced around with the Chicago Bears in 2023, where he played 2 games, and the Baltimore Ravens in 2024. Unfortunately, Matthew did not play last season because of an undisclosed injury. Tyler Guyton to be out for weeks after Cowboys training camp injury. Offensive tackle Tyler Guyton is expected to be out for several weeks after injuring his knee at training camp on Monday. Guyton went down during Monday's practice. The second-year left tackle is now expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks, according to reports. Initially, coaches and trainers feared he had an ACL injury. But an MRI revealed that his ACL was still intact, and he instead has a bone fracture in his knee. Guyton had a disappointing rookie season on the Cowboys' offensive line. But he looked impressive at training camp and seemed poised to have a bounce-back year. Of course, it could have been worse. Guyton will miss a significant amount of time, but his injury reportedly will not require surgery. Micah Parsons' contract talks with Cowboys get grim. Update from Adam Schefter. The Dallas Cowboys are in a difficult situation with superstar Micah Parsons. Dallas is in a contract dispute with Parsons that shows no sign of ending anytime soon. New reporting does not make the situation look any rosier. ESPN's Adam Schefter shared an update on Micah Parsons' contract talks with the Cowboys on Tuesday. "I would say right now we're nowhere on that deal," Schefter said on the Pat McAfee show. "I would say right now we're further away from a deal in late July, early August than we were in late March, early April. The two sides have gone backwards, not forwards. I don't think they're speaking very much these days, if at all." The Cowboys are rumored to have not even extended an offer to Parsons' camp yet. Schefter added that negotiations appear to have become personal. As a result, both sides are nowhere near a deal being done. "We've seen how long Dallas sometimes waits on some of these deals. See CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott last season," Schefter added. "This sounds different to me. This sounds a little bit more personal from both sides. It sounds like Dallas is upset with the fact that it felt like they were getting closer to a deal and that deal went sideways. And I feel like Micah Parsons feels like this deal should have been done. This situation has the potential to drag on throughout the majority of Cowboys training camp." Dak Prescott sends supportive message to Micah Parsons amid Cowboys contract feud. Parsons' teammates seem to support him in his contract dispute. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott shared a supportive message about Parsons during an interview on Friday. "I think Micah is doing a hell of a job with being here," Prescott said, via the Dallas Morning News' Calvin Watkins. "He's a great teammate. He shows up, not just on the practice field and being focused, being the camaraderie, with the players, going to dinner. He's not just doing it to sign off and say, "Hey, Jerry, look at me." He wants to be out there practicing, and honestly I'm glad he's not. He can't do that to himself. Meanwhile, Cowboys CEO Stephen Jones took a different approach to the story. Jones dismissed fans who yelled for the Cowboys to pay Parsons during training camp practice on Sunday. "It doesn't change anything," Jones said of the fans calling for Parsons to be paid. "We want to pay Micah too. He's gotta want to be paid." It does seem that the negotiations have turned personal for both sides, as Schefter reported. Hopefully this situation resolves itself as soon as possible. Otherwise it could turn into a distraction ahead of the regular season. Cowboys cut ties with former highly touted playmaker just 1 week into training camp. Injuries to key Dallas Cowboys players prompted the franchise to cut ties with a talented wide receiver in order to address a more pressing need. The Cowboys are dealing with mounting injuries at cornerback as well as on the offensive line. Dallas signed cornerback Christian Matthew following Kalen Carson sustaining a hyperextended knee, which is expected to sideline the defender for extended time. Kalen Carson suffered a hyperextended knee and could miss 4 to 6 weeks, robbing him of valuable camp plus preseason reps. The Cowboys reuniting Matt Eberflus with Christian Matthew for hopes of aiding the CB room's ills, DallasCowboys.com's Patrick Walker detailed in a July 29, 2025, message on X. In order to make room for the signing of Matthew, the Cowboys released wide receiver Kelvin Harmon, per Walker. Harmon had a standout college football career at NC State and was once viewed as a promising NFL prospect. Yet, Harmon fell to the 6th round of the 2019 NFL Draft before the Washington Commanders stopped his fall. The wideout had back-to-back seasons topping 1,000 yards for the Wolfpack. Harmon notched 81 receptions for 1,186 yards and 7 touchdowns in 12 appearances for NC State in 2018 before turning pro. Harmon has had a complicated relationship with the Cowboys with several short stints with the franchise. Dallas initially signed Harmon on July 28, 2024, then released the wideout less than 1 month later as the team finalized the 53-man roster. The Cowboys were able to re-sign Harmon to the team's practice squad as the receiver passed through waivers unclaimed.